Ni hao and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. That means hello in Chinese. Let's get ready to participate for today's live summit event in the Crew 2. Today is the Year of the Tiger, a themed summit and mark Lunar Year that is widely celebrated in China, as it marks the end and the beginning of the year in the traditional Chinese calendar and concurs with the summit. The Lunar New Year in 2022 occurs on Tuesday, February 1st and initiates the Year of the Tiger, hence the name. It is the second Lunar Year themed summit to be featured after Lunar Year was also known as Year of the Rat. The summit was also to be introduced. A brand new modded event was actually located in the south of Miami, will be featured along with a Jaguar CX-75 concept Lunar Year edition to be on loan. So I hope everybody will be ready to go in to participate 6 events and 3 skills coming in. Make yourself lucky and do your best out there to have the best behavior of all time. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below, and check out the links on the description if you really want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summit event, and let's begin. For the tradition to be celebrated in Lunar New Year by having 2 land-based vehicles and a powerboat comes in to have a lucky bundle event in 20% discount by over 1.4 million bucks. Let's have a good look to have some good showcase to be on the lineup. We have a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 2006 in the street race discipline. The only exotic vehicle comes in to have an all-wheel drive to be capable with 640 horsepower and a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Also to have some different custom parts to be converted into the Murcielago LP674 Super Velocity to be labeled as a Perspect. Next up is the Aerial Boat SB12 2018. Take a look at this nice, stylish power boat to be labeled as a yacht. Very modern style, but it also to be well capable to be on the water. 2,570 horsepower and a top speed of 116 miles per hour. Luckily, that could be a very good choice boat to take on with a Voucher 1414 Demon. And last but not least, we have a Maserati Alphareet Concept 2014. Named after one of the founding Maserati brothers, was also to be featured to have a nice concept car for the 2014 model. V8 engine, and also to have a good guess, 453 horsepower to be well capable at 7,000 RPM. But it doesn't show the top speed. Luckily, it may be quite giving a good guess. 155 miles per hour. That would be a second guess is going to be used for this car is well putting up onto the performance. Alright, here I go. 3 vehicles will be listed in onto the lucky bundle, and let's go over to participate for the Year of the Tiger. Last week on Misty Mountains, it was so good to have 6 events to be climbing up onto the 100,000 points. But luckily, 3 skills didn't get a chance to climb up much higher because of the issue. And that means 4 rewards have everything to be climbing up onto the platinum, including an integrated outdoors rooftop to be as a vanity. Rank 2749 place, and also to have over 800,000 points what's left of it. Now it's only 10 hours left until Year of the Tiger is over, because I'm always being a busy bee. So this is going to be quite good to have 4 different rewards, including a Lunar Year edition of the Jaguar CX-75 concept to be colored in red to have a nice Chinese style tradition to be putting up with a label edition. So I hope everything will be ready to go to have some good events and skills for only 7 to be located around the west coast, and 2 of them will be taking place onto the east coast to be in the south. So let's go and take on for some preparations onto the skills. So let's set out on to San Francisco to be in a solemn course. Okay, time to enter onto the Halo Gate to slide around onto the gates. Same thing as last time from other live summit events to be previous. Automatically to be using for the Proto Offshore Mark II, we'll be doing the best pick. There you go, that's the spirit. climbing up onto the first skill is gonna do the same thing. Brilliant. Gonna have to go for the maintain formation. That's more like it. Gonna have to save a good mobility pace. 10 seconds left. Gonna have to go in. One more gate and here comes the finish line at the nick of time. Perfect. 29,575 points. Much brilliant, and let's see how the system is going to be look like. Correctamundo. 150,000 points is climbing up onto the high points. Thank you, updated system. The problem has been resolved. Now for the second skill to be taking place around in San Francisco. Speed Trap is about to go for the drag race to be recommended. It's so great to have 3 skills to go back to normal, to have a new start, and a better sub update to have a problem resolved. For the second Speed Trap, since I used the Dodge Viper GTS in the Drag Race Edition with the Group 4 livery from GT Sports, however, I have to go for a different dragster to have a nice Japanese vehicle. So I've decided to go for the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Drag Race Edition to be switched over from the Camaro to have the same performance level in a different spec of 4,677 horsepower with a top speed of 343 miles per hour. I just already took 2 attempts by having a good clear achieve points. Luckily, that would be giving a good starting position to be on a clear surface to have a nice straightaway without any drama. So burns all checked, wait for the green, and let's hit the nitro before climbing up onto the highest speed. That's the spirit, 328.8 miles per hour. That will be a very good improved record set for the Nissan Skyline to be chosen to have a nice straightaway to be driving around in San Francisco to be in a straight distance. Over 100,000 points, second skill is complete by the checkmark. Next up, we're heading up into the Pacific Coast where the aerobatics will have to match the figures. Automatically to be using for the HR3 will be switched in onto the automatic, will have to go over to be in the skies. Feels like nighttime, so I hope I could probably have to go up higher by doing some figures to do the match. Okay, doing average. Gonna have to go for night flight. Switch around. Very good. Points perfection. Gonna have to stay on to the maintain because gonna keep an eye out because 35 seconds remaining. Alright, very good. Keep going. One more checkpoint to go. Stay in the middle and final stretch to the finish line. Awesome. Very good and very excellent awesome. 37,083 points. That makes a very good 100,000 point complete to be on the check mark. Feels great to fly around to have a good chance to see Laguna Seca, folks. But sightseeing tour is over. So now it's time to get ready to start out to have 6 events to be labeled in to have some different categories. So I hope I could probably have to go with Latrell's car part 2 by using the Jaguar CX-75 Concept Lunar Year Edition to be on loan. That would be a brand new vehicle to be featured for this update to be part of episode 2 of the contractor from episode 1. So this is going to be quite good to have a celebration for having a Chinese style variant is going to be well capable to be driving around onto the streets. But this time it's going to be a one-on-one hypercar challenge to take on Latrell again in the Koenigsegg Regera. But this is a very good traditional Chinese style to have a nice CX-75 concept to be as a Lunar Year edition was made by Jaguar. But it looks very good to be colored in red, and for the rims is going to be shine in the gold. 850 horsepower and a top speed of 219 miles per hour. Performance level to be at 247 just like the standard version. So I'm about to go and try out with this Lunar Year edition because it's a lucky charm to have a nice hypercar to be driving around into the streets. So let's do this and get ready for having a starting grid in 3 seconds. Night time in LA, this makes a perfect time to celebrate Lunar New Year. Let's win the race and go faster to be in the high points. First place, here I go, and that makes a very good celebration to have a good proud Chinese themed livery to be on the traditional. Gonna have to cruise around and take on for the next checkpoint. Time to jump down. This car is going to extreme. Gonna have to boost them up quickly and do some good braking points. The handling seems to be much average, just like the standard edition. But here it comes. Gonna have to start out by having an extreme jump by putting up with some fireworks. Dive down I go, and hit the nitro before enter to the next checkpoint. I've totally got this, folks. Keep on racing, stay clean to have a nice Lunar New Year for having this car. Alright, keep going. Checkpoint cleared to have a next area. 8 seconds behind the gap. Alright, time to go for a shortcut. Just like last time to be in the different hypercar event from the previous live summit. It will go down to have a nice lucky charm vehicle to keep going forward to take the lead. "10 seconds. Very good. And stay faster to be climbing up onto the 100,000 points by the chance. Very good handbrake. Now leaving lap number 1, and here comes lap number 2. Okay, time to dive down again and take a good look at the interior, so I hope I could probably have to go for the action. That's better. Okay, 16 seconds behind the gap. Gonna have to go for the jump. Wait for the nitro refill to take the standard. Yeah, driving inside of this interior is gonna get a little bit much anxiety when doing some extreme jumps. But it's gonna be doing great to be in the game, but it is going to be by having some different addition from any kinds of different vehicles. That car will bring honor to us all. Including the CX-75 concept is going to be well capable to be driving around onto the streets. But it might be quite very good to have a nice Chinese style decorations for only a single UK model. But it's all about having some pride and respect for this car. So let's make sure to have this vehicle to be well kept until the event is over. Now coming in to take South Pasadena to be in the next area. 18 seconds. Now enter onto LA River before going in onto Chinatown. 4 seconds. I bet this is definitely might be the time. Going average means the summary outcome is going to be going in to take home the podium. There you go. first place for the Lunar Year edition of the Jaguar CX-75 concept. Checkmark complete, 1 event down, 5 more to go. 63,769 points to be on the record. Very great to have a nice legendary bundle earned to be as a lucky charm, folks. But I bet this car is a very good proud tradition to have a nice different livery just like any other cars from Asphalt 8 Airborne. Time to go Miami in the next race to be located in Coral Gables. But luckily, it's going to be a brand new modded event, so I have to try it out. It's going to be a very good proud Chinese New Year tradition. It's going to be well decorated. For my recommendation, I have to go with the Mazda RX-7 Shiragon edition with the UDRS Insportec livery from the Drift edition in 2 different types of versions. However, it makes a very good exact matching differences from the street race version of the RX-7 is going to be well modified to have some good standard exterior parts. Unfortunately, this different kind of custom parts to be fully modified to be as a true tuner Japanese car. So this will be a very good choice to have a nice FD model to be going over to have a nice tiger themed decorations to celebrate in Chinese New Year. 3 seconds, here I go, let's get ready to roar.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
Alright, first place for the Shiragon FD, and take a good look of the Chinese New Year decorations all around in Miami. Fused great and perfectly for only one JDM car to take a good track to have a nice nighttime effect. I hope everything is going to be much traditional out there, so let's drive to take a good proud honor to take home the podium. So luckily, this makes a very good same effect to be as the original track from Coral Gables. But it's going to be quite good to see some fireworks, so here it comes and take a good touchdown to enter onto the gate. Checkpoint clear. Now let's go over onto the construction site to take the shortcut. Now it's going to be quite doing awesome out there to have nighttime with some Chinese decorations, folks. But it looks very awesome to take a good competition for only 4 cars to be in the showdown. So let's try to keep things up. However, this event is also included with the MotorStar Challenge, so I hope everything is going to be quite giving some good improved time to go higher. That will be the main objective. We'll have to do a lot of focus. That's the spirit. Staying on the streets, do some braking point. Checkpoint clear. Now comes in onto the left turn. Very good choice to have the Chinese theme gate is going to be well suitable to be as a landmark. Sub checkpoint to be temporarily. Okay. Let's squeeze in onto the shortcut and press on to be in the checkpoint clear. Here comes the jump. Very good. Best moments. Takes a good perfect touchdown before proceed on to the final turn. Gonchi Pachai, lap number 1 clear. Press on to be in the final lap. This is so remarkable to have a nice theme event to be having some good celebration in Lunar New Year, folks. Keep going forward. 2 minutes to be on the progression to be ongoing. Halfway there. Stay on track for having a clean turn. So I have to go again by taking the shortcut. Keep it steady. The Shiragon FD could probably have a lot of good spec performances. We'll have to do some mobility. Alright, another touchdown clear. No contact, no failed attempt. Just gonna have to keep on driving to be raced around for having a good theme tradition. Here we go. Gonna have to stay on track to take the checkpoint. Fortune favors the bold. I really hope this challenge is going to be doing the first time if I could probably have to do an important task to use in Motor Pass. But it's going to be quite doing some more times for only a single week. Okay, checkpoint clear. Staying on track in the third gear. Doing great. And doing some quick shortcuts will do the advantage. But I'll make sure if I can probably have to come back at any time until the event is over. Now, going in to take one last jump, and here comes the finish line for the final stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shiragon edition of the Mazda RX-7 takes the podium for having a first place victory win in Year of the Tiger. Alright, challenge complete. Go get 'em, Tiger. Now that's a very good challenge complete to be well successful. But that makes a very good extra bonus to be added up with some motor stars. So here comes for having a good progression to be on tier number 10. 2 events down, 4 more to go. After I got back from lunch break, it's time to get ready to start out to be at Financial District South in New York City for the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640. So I just went out to do some customization to do some exterior parts. However, it would be known as the Super Velocity version of the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 Hyperion 4 is also to be as a very good hidden model version to have this original. So I hope everything is going to be quite putting up with some performance level to be well exchanged to be at 280. 900 horsepower with a top speed of 226 miles per hour. Color in red. That makes a very good choice color selection to be recommend. Alright, now let's go over onto Manhattan for having a street race to be in the nighttime. Just like the Tiger and Latrell's car part 2 with using the Jaguar CX-75 concept as the Lunar Year edition. It's gonna get a lot of good proud tradition to see how everything goes well to see some 4 cars to take the challenge. First place, here I go. Let's bring the Super Velocity to take home the podium. Gonna have to keep a good steady pace because I just also added up with 2 vanities with a crimson and a low poly golden smoke. That makes a very good decorations to have the nice Murcielago to be well fitted to be as a Super Velocity. Keep things going up a notch, hit the nitro and take a standby until keep pressing on. It's gonna get a little bit tough out there. Oh boy.
Hate to say it, but you're falling behind.
I know this is gonna be quite doing shortcuts whenever it goes on top of the buildings. There you go. Back in the lead and continue on to press forward to be climbing up onto the 100,000 points. Gonna have to dive in. Right turn to be successful, to be smoothly in. Checkpoint clear, now goes over to be in the next one. I'll make sure I have to use the shortcut after the first lap. That makes a very good reminder choice. Okay, just gonna have to slow down and take the next turn at the right. Keep a good steady pace for the Murcielago. There you go. Now, gonna have to go dive in and take that shortcut before press on to be in the final turn. Lap number 1 clear and heading out into the final lap. Yeah, that's more like it. The Murcielago can probably have to keep going faster to have a lot of good speed. Checkpoint clear. Now slide it in onto the left turn to be at the next street. So I hope I could probably have to go back to be on top of the building to use the shortcut. That would be much quicker to do some improved lap time. Here I go again. Gonna have to stay on top of the building and go dive down onto the streets. Of course, it's all about extreme. Here it comes. Time for the touchdown and take that nice smoothly turn to be in the same corner. And this time, I'm about to use the shortcut. We'll be doing the quick advantage. That would be much simpler to see how I could probably have to do some good improved lap time for only 2 laps. Keep going. Take that next checkpoint and enter onto the building to go through. Okay, 93% in the progression. There you are. Make my way to be in the final stretch. Keep a good solid touch. And hit the nitro towards the finish line. There you go. First place for the Murcielago Super Velocity is now brilliant to have 3 minutes and 49 seconds for the decimal of 812 seconds. But it was a very good first attempt by having a standard version to be converted into a Super Velocity of the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640-4. But that's how differences are also meant to be made. 3 events on street race and hypercar discipline is going to be well checked for only 1 more event to be in the mix. Time to get ready to set out onto the west coast after leaving 2 events from the east. So let's go over onto the Pacific Coast Everson event for the Aeroboat SB12. When I test out this powerboat, it goes faster to have a... When I test out this powerboat, it went faster to be reached up in 3,000 horsepower with a top speed of 192 miles per hour. Per level at 250 makes a very good choice to take on with a Croucher 1414 Demon. But anyway, the nighttime is about to go on to be in the west coast to be in Pacific, so let's make sure to have some headlights and underglow whenever we might need to keep it good touch. So let's hit the waters, set sail, and here I go and win the podium to go faster to take the limit.
Fingers are crossed.
Gonna pass through, and here comes the checkpoint to be whipped around. But this handling is going to be super masked whenever I have to use the SB12. But it's awesome. Very good and awesome to be driving around on daytime. But now it's going to be nighttime, so we have to make sure if we could probably have to do a lot of good speed progression and also the nitro as well. So don't forget, we might need a lot of nitro and a chemist to need some extra duration. Just gonna have to circle around like a figure 8 track. Checkpoint clear. But what can I say? This powerboat is a very good speed to go up higher to be faster than any other powerboat. Lap number 1 clear. Heading out into the final lap. Just gonna have to circle around to do the same thing, folks. Nighttime. Give something whenever we have to keep follow the trails to be on the neon. There you go. Checkpoint clear. Time to boost them up. Yeah, looks like this is gonna be going extreme. Time to boost it again. And the Sailor Daily Motor Star Pass to be well complete. Ten seconds left. Gonna have to take home the podium for the SB12, and here you go. First place for the victory win, and 7 legendary bundle to be earned. Oh yeah, 100,000 points is going to be a proud tradition honor roll for having one powerboat to take a lot of good speed to take around for the Figure 8 track over at the Pacific Coast to celebrate the part of the Every Song event. So that makes event number 4 complete. Let's go Rallycross in event number 5 at Tactonic for the classic rally cars. But still nighttime goes on for every discipline, and that means one Rallycross vehicle is going to go well capable to be in a modern style. So let's go and choose any kinds of Rallycross vehicles to be well capable to be as an all-wheel drive. And I'm about to go with a Mitsubishi Lancer WRC-05 will be at the go. But this is going to be a very good difficult challenge whenever it comes in to be on the different section onto the course. So let's go and take 3 seconds at the starting grid and let's do this. Jump right in onto the head start, take a good drift, and enter onto the Joker after taking the first checkpoint. Very good technique. Now comes in to take a lot of good progression whenever it comes in to have a chance to do some clean rally racing. Here comes the jump, hold the brake, coming in at the final turn before moving on into lap number 2. That's the spirit. Gonna have to keep a good well progression to be as a true Rallycross driver. But practice makes perfect. Okay, there you go. Take that jump, land it in onto the final turn, and enter lap number 3. But so far so good that I'm about to be using for the Nissan Fairlady C to be labeled as a contender C from the UDRS livery that I just designed it myself. From street racing to Rallycross was also to be well capable to be doing some handling work, but I have to make sure to be very careful, try not to go over aggressive. So I have to switch over onto a different rally car to be in the all-wheel drive. But that would be doing much better if I could probably have to stay in onto the Joker corner whenever it goes in for having some good progression. So here comes some several opponents. Gonna have to go Trailblazer. There's Eli in the Lancia Delta. Gonna have to keep a good steady pace, and here comes the finish line. Okay, not so bad. 1 minute and 49.312 seconds to be on the first attempt onto the new record. 75,000 points. I could probably take it to add it in onto the follow-up catch-up. Now for only one more event to go. One hypercar to be on the restriction is the Maserati Alphareet, taking part in the San Francisco commute to be in the mixed event from a street race discipline. Now, let's go and get ready to start the show on the road, and the tradition for the celebration to be on Lunar New Year on the Chinese New Year will be taking part to be in the west coast of San Francisco. Gonna have to sit back and wait until the performance stats will be coming in, and here it is. Performance level at 320 with the Nitro Chemist is going in to be on a semi-expert for the Maserati Alphareet concept. 900 horsepower and a top speed of 279 miles per hour. Very good hypercar is going to be well capable to be on the streets. So let's go and choose this nice looking Maserati vehicle and head over to the track to be on a single street race event for only a very good time to have some disciplines to challenge with a one single hypercar. But however, there's a Bugatti Veyron Edition 1, a Porsche Carrera GT as a taxicab, and also last but not least, a Nissan R390 GT1 wheel car was also to be featured in the mixed event. So let's kick it up onto the high gear, and first place I go for the Maserati Alphareet concept to go cruising around in the city of San Francisco at nighttime. The handling looks so elegant for this Alphareet concept. Pretty fast and very well capable to be well driven for having a single Italian concept car. So I hope I could probably have to go clean racing for this vehicle. That makes so luxury for labeled as a hypercar discipline. Time to kick it up from 0 to 60 onto the straightaway and hit for the braking point to be on the next turn. Perfection. Now it's time to go faster to do the hard part. Time to go extreme. Whoa man, that was so solid touchdown that I ever felt. This makes a very good car and very well durable to be driving for some good extreme jumps. But I kinda like it. This hypercar is a very good 100% approved for having this concept car to be in the Crew 2. Gonna have to keep a good steady pace. Lap number 1 clear and heading out into the final lap. I really hope I could probably have to go over onto the 100,000 point this time. Going faster and clean racing is going to be doing much highly risk for having some good performance. Alright, that's more like it. Gonna have to go boost it up. Take that braking point to go early. Wonderful. Very wonderful for having this sound of the engine to be as a V8. But of course, this engine maybe have V8 in it, but it might be quite very good, well capable to drive this vehicle. It only have some exterior parts to be fully modified. But it was also to be featured for today's event. Luckily, it would be quite good to be received to be on the silver medal. Time to go again. Airborne Extreme. Awesome. Second time in lap number 2. This car makes a very good honor roll to be taking part in first place to be in the mixed event in the commute of San Francisco. But this car is going to be quite giving a lot of good speed whenever it comes in to have a nitro chemist, because I have already equipped. Here comes the finish line, and this is it. The final event is going to be well complete. 3 minutes, 18.367 seconds is going to be on the high roll. But luckily, decimal time to be checked on 6:37 seconds by the way, but so far so close to be reached up onto 100,000 points to be in the rank. Here comes for today's outcome folks. I hope I could probably have to be made it, and I have already did. Rank 10,420th place in Year of the Tiger folks, but I cannot believe it, I was so close to be climbing up onto 1 million points to be climbing up onto the different ranks in the Platinum category. But looks like our luck has fairly made a good successful moments to be taking part in a brand new modded event and a new force vehicle of the Jaguar CX-75 concept with the Lunar Year edition. So I hope everybody is going to be enjoyed celebrating Chinese New Year to be represent the Tiger to be part of the Chinese calendar. Next up, the highlights of the US Speed Tour East and West edition is now going in to take part for having a full time attack in 6 events. So let's have a good preview look to have all different disciplines to be taking part in a number of stages in 2 editions. Luckily, 2 touring cars, 1 rally raid, 1 rallycross, Alpha Grand Prix, and a hypercar discipline will be listed to get yourself organized to participate in 2 editions of the US Speed Tour. It is time to get ready to wrap this up folks, and I hope you enjoyed to celebrate Lunar New Year in Year of the Tiger. Valentine's Day is coming up, will be set in schedule on 9th of February to 16, followed by Pole Position 2 in February 16 to 23 until They Are Coming is coming soon. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deepnet Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.